everyone, and welcome to another episode of It's News to Me. I'm your host, Anna Gilardi.
And I'm Magdalena McFarland. Today, we will be highlighting important events happening worldwide, nationwide, and right here in our community.
I'd like to start off today by remembering two very special high school students who lost their lives a year ago today in a fatal car accident while on the way to a high school basketball game in Rochelle, Illinois. Seth Egger and Allie Bradford were students of Aurora Central Catholic High School and will always be remembered by their family, friends, classmates, and everyone else they touched throughout their lifetime. A Mass in their honor was held this morning, Thursday, March 10, 2016, and received a tremendous turnout. Last year, Seth Egger's friends and family held the first 5K Memorial Run Walk for Seth. This year, the second annual will be held on July 9th at Phillips Park in Aurora, Illinois. Last year, Allie's friends and family arranged an outing to the Cubs game at Wrigley Field in her honor. This year, they invite everyone to join at Wrigley Field to celebrate Allie's life and love for the Cubs on August 3rd, 2016. You can visit both of these Facebook pages for more information. Our thoughts remain with the families and friends of Seth Egger and Allie Bradford.
It has been almost 20 years since a Canadian leader has visited Washington. The new Liberal Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, age 44, and his wife will visit on March 10th. The visit will include a state dinner as well as a working meeting. The visit is intended to advance cooperation on multilateral issues. These include energy, climate change, economy, and security. In November, when Obama and Trudeau first met in the Philippines, Obama seemed to be ideologically closer with Trudeau than his relationship with Harper. Together, in the past several weeks, the two have been working on a new international pact regarding climate change. As for Trudeau's wife, her agenda for the visit is to receive advice from the First Lady, Michelle Obama.
Let's join Katie Drum with the Park Bench.
Hi there, I'm Katie Drum, the Marketing and Sponsorship Coordinator for the Batavia Park District, and welcome to the Park Bench. I'm bringing you news today from West Main Community Park. It's a beautiful and windy day. This site is currently home to a disc golf course, our Bark Park, 2 full-size basketball courts, a baseball field, a softball field, 2-acre fishing pond, and it also hosts a variety of special events throughout the year. This park boasts an approximate 1.7-mile walking and jogging path and is often used by the Tri-Cities Soccer Association during the spring and fall seasons. This community park is also the largest single piece of property here in the district. And we have some really great events coming up here at this park. Our annual Easter egg hunt is Saturday, March 19th. All little bunnies are invited to hop on over to participate in our annual Easter egg hunt and also to see the Easter Bunny. Everyone should meet here at this pavilion by 9:45 a.m. We will have group leaders here dividing children into age groups and then taking them to their separate hunt areas. We'll be also hiding 2 special Easter prizes in each age section, so don't forget to bring a basket to hold all of those goodies. And also, in spirit of the event, participants are asked to please bring a non-perishable food item or a paper product to be donated to the Batavia Food Pantry. The hunt begins at 10 a.m. and is for ages 2 through 8. And also for you dog lovers out there, don't miss out on our doggy Easter egg hunt, also Saturday, March 19th. You can join us at the Bark Park here so your dog can hunt for treat-filled Easter eggs. All dogs must be leashed during the event. Pre-registration is requested, but we will accept registration at the gate for the Bark Park starting at 11 a.m. We will also have pet-friendly vendors on site from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. A portion of the proceeds will also be benefiting the Anderson Animal Shelter. The hunt begins at noon sharp, so for more information, be sure to call 630-879-5235, and this is an all-ages event. And then after all of the Easter festivities, be sure to join us for an evening of green fun and attend Earth Hour. Earth Hour is a one-of-a-kind event. It's a global movement uniting people to protect the planet by switching off lights for one designated hour. We invite you and your families to join us at the Eastside Community Center at 6:30 p.m. for an evening of enlightened celebration in the dark. There will be games, storytelling, candlelight yoga, foot and chair massage, and a lot of more other great stuff. The Fox Valley Astronomical Society will also be setting up their telescopes. For more information about that event, please go to earthhour.org. Earth Hour is also brought to you by the Healing Arts Metaphysical in cooperation with the Park District. And also coming up this month of March, be sure to join the Batavia Depot Museum for their annual Women's History program. Jane Addams and Amanda Johnson, Hull House and Chicago on March 22nd at 7 p.m., located at the Lodge at Laurelwood Park. You can learn about how Amanda Johnson, a young graduate from the University of Wisconsin, worked at Hull House as a settlement worker. In 1895, Jane Addams, who was at that time a garbage inspector for the 19th Ward, appointed Amanda as her deputy. Together, they wage a fight against prejudice and poverty in Chicago. It's a really great program, and you can check it out for just a $5 admission fee. I'm also just sending you a friendly reminder that we have early bird pricing for our Corey Beach season passes now through May 27th. So be sure to don't miss out on those special deals. You can visit www.bataviaparks.org for more information. And other than that, be sure to check back next time for more wonderful Park District events coming up this spring.
Volkswagen Group of America announced on Wednesday, March 9th, that another executive is out. CEO Michael Horn is said to be leaving his post immediately. The company said that in a statement, Horn will pursue other opportunities in a mutual agreement with the company. Horn has been a part of the company for more than 25 years. This is not the first time we have heard about the members leaving after the scandal over falsified emission tests. Months before Horn, another CEO, Martin Winkerton, resigned in September due to an accusation by the Environmental Protection Agency. The EPA accused the car maker of installing software in its diesel-powered cars, which altered its performance when tested for emissions. The company is being sued by U.S. authorities from this scandal.
It's been a pretty busy last few weeks for the political world. After this past weekend, Democrat Bernie Sanders was able to capture victory in the Nebraska, Kansas, and Maine caucuses. As for Marco Rubio, he was able to take the U.S. Commonwealth of Puerto Rico, only his second win during the Republican contest, which has been predominantly in favor of Donald Trump. On Tuesday, March 8th, it was announced that Sanders topped Clinton in the Michigan primary by a slim margin of just 1.5%. Illinois will hold its own presidential primary on Tuesday, March 15th. In addition to current politics, well-known former First Lady and Hollywood star Nancy Reagan, wife of Ronald Reagan, passed in her Los Angeles home on Sunday, March 7th from congestive heart failure. Nancy will be remembered as one of the most influential First Ladies in our country's history.
Now here's the Municipal Minute with Bill McGrath.
Hi, I'm Bill McGrath, the City Administrator, and this is the Municipal Minute for this week. We're taping on Tuesday, March 8th, 2016. A week and a half from now, that is the week of between March 21st and 25th, is the annual Restaurant Madness Week here in Batavia. We have 22 restaurants participating, and you should have received a coupon in the mail, and if not, you can go to the city website or the Batavia Main Street site and see that coupon. It's good for 25% off most of the meals at the restaurants. However, there are restrictions. There are some differences between different restaurants. So you should read the coupon carefully and try and go out and eat locally week after next. The city's Parkway Tree Program is now available. We have this program in the spring and in the fall. And you can apply, send an application between now and April 1st to reserve a tree to be planted this spring. There are 3 varieties for spring planting and 7 varieties for fall planting. If you live in an area that has overhead wires, you're limited to species of crabapple tree. Those can be planted in the spring or fall. That program allows you to pay half the cost of the tree, and the city will pay for the other half of the cost and plant it. We'll inspect it before the year is up to make sure that it's lived up to its warranty. And if you want to help out with the urban forestation of the city, then I'd invite you to go to the city website and learn about this program. The residence fees or contribution is between $120 and $170, depending on what kind of species you get. They're all grown in this area, and they're all chosen to be hardy in our climate. As the weather gets good. People are going to go out and be working in their yards, and I wanted to remind you that brush pickup doesn't start until May. But you can put out some things now on your garbage day that you pull out of your yards. You can put any kind of landscape waste in the paper bags with a sticker, or a garbage can that's very well marked that it's landscape waste only with a sticker. Or if you have some smaller sticks, you can tie them into a bundle. It can't be any longer than 4 feet long, more than 2 feet in diameter, and can't weigh more than 50 pounds. If you do that and put a sticker on it and put it out on your regular garbage day, that will be taken as well with landscape waste. It's also time to help with storm water, and that is to store some of the rain in rain barrels. The Conservation Foundation works with the city every year to do a rain barrel sale, and you can order a rain barrel anytime between now and April 27th. The details are on the city website, and this year there are 4 different colors: black, gray, terracotta, and blue. The cost is $60, and like I said, you can learn more about it by going to the city website. As you know, the city, along with Geneva and St. Charles, started TRICOM in 1976, and that is our dispatch facility. Its headquarters are in St. Charles, and they've just added a new technological feature which allows people to text 911 and contact TRICOM. Now, the important thing to know is that you really should not text 911 unless there is a really good reason that you can't, such as you can't make any noise or some other situation. The issue, of course, with texting 911 is that they can't ask you questions back in any kind of timely fashion. They can't hear what's going on in the background. They can't hear voice intonation, all sorts of things. So really this is geared towards some folks who are disabled and people who are in a situation where they can't dial 911 and have a conversation with somebody. So if you are ever in the situation where you do want to do this, there are 2 things that you should text, and that is what your location is and what the situation is as best you can. And it'll be picked up just like a phone call is, but again, you only text 911 if you absolutely have to. We're still looking at the Marquis Street pedestrian crossing. There's still some concerns about the use of that, considering the amount and speed of traffic in that area. So there is going to be enforced speeding patrols in that area. We are having one of the speed limit signs moved, which we think was blocking some vision. And we're also going to be undertaking an educational campaign so that people really appreciate the care that has to be taken if they want to utilize this crossing, because as we've said before, you can have all the rights in the world, but when it comes to between a pedestrian and a car, the car is going to win if there's an accident. So look for that. We'll be contacting people in the neighborhoods around these flashers and move the sign, as I said, and hopefully we'll all learn with this. The national statistics is that they absolutely promote safety in the communities. Lastly, while we're talking about safety, we did meet with KDOT, the Kane County Department of Transportation, last week about the intersection of Route 31 and Fabian Parkway, where we've had several accidents. Now, this intersection is in the city. On the other hand, it's not a controlled intersection by Batavia because Fabian Parkway, of course, is a county road and Route 31 is a state highway. However, our meeting with KDOT was fairly successful. They're going to look at restriping that intersection to make a clear indication of how people should turn in the left, making a left-hand turn, because that's where most of our accidents occur. And they're also going to do some engineering studies to see whether the left-hand turn bay can be lengthened somewhat. The ultimate reconstruction and redesign of the intersection will be very expensive and will probably take several years to accomplish. Will require some land acquisition, but I think the engineering study that the county is going to do now can give them more knowledge to talk about that ultimate reconstruction of the intersection. Now, as I said before, most of the accidents we have there are from people who are heading westbound on Fabian and turning left to go southbound on Route 31. We don't know whether people coming eastbound on Fabian Parkway just don't see them because of stacked traffic, or whether people don't appreciate that the intersection is so large that it takes a long time to make a left-hand turn through the intersection. But I just ask everyone to be very, very careful as they make the left-hand turn. As I said, the majority of our accidents are left-hand turners getting T-boned by a car coming from the west. So that's all we have today for the Municipal Minute, and I hope you all have a good week. Thank you.
After ending his 18th NFL season with the title of Super Bowl 50 champion, Peyton Manning officially announced his retirement earlier this week. Manning leaves this game with most career passing yards at 71,940, the most passing yards in a season with 5,477, the most 4,000-yard seasons, he has 14, the most passing touchdowns in a career, 539, as well as in a season at 55, and is tied with Brett Favre for the most quarterback wins in a career. After a strong end to his final season, Manning is sure to gain a spot in the Hall of Fame.
In more news related to sports, Erin Andrews was awarded $55 million on Monday, March 7th. Her lawsuit was against a stalker, Michael Barrett, who bought a hotel room right next to hers and secretly recorded a nude video. The hotel companies and the stalker are reported to share the blame. After a full day, the panel stated that the stalker was responsible for 51% and the hotel companies would share the rest. Andrews is a Fox Sports reporter and co-host of the hit television show Dancing with the Stars. Andrews testified that she was humiliated, shamed, and suffers from depression as a result of the video, which has been viewed by millions. Barrett stated that the only reason he picked Andrews was because she was popular and trending on Yahoo. Andrew has been a victim of Barrett's obsession in several locations, including Nashville and Columbus, Ohio.
Since 2014, National Intelligence has been investigating allegations about the use of banned chemical weapons used by the terrorist group ISIS. The allegations were further investigated after ISIS's reported plans to use mustard gas against the U.S. surfaced on Wednesday, March 9th. ISIS is said to have used chemicals such as chlorine and mustard gas during invasions and attacks in Syria as well as Iraq. These and other similar chemicals were banned during World War I because of the severe damage it caused to the people exposed.
For the first time ever in Olympics, there will be a team of refugees competing this summer at the Rio Olympics. The International Olympic Committee, also known as IOC, created a team of refugee Olympic athletes, ROA. The IOC will be assisting these refugee athletes to qualify for the Olympics. The ROA team will consist of 5 to 10 athletes. The team's flag and anthem will be the Olympic flag and the Olympic anthem. Their uniforms will have the Olympic symbol on them as well. The world is currently having a refugee crisis with 20 million and growing refugees. There are currently 43 athletes competing to be on the team. The ROA team should be announced officially in June.
Let's check it out with Michelle Martzel.
Hello, I'm Michelle Martzel, Promotional Services Manager here at the Batavia Public Library. The final 2 programs in our 2016 One Book, One Batavia celebration are next week. Please join us for The Hound of the Baskervilles movie starring Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March 13th. The movie will be shown on the big screen in the Founders Room. There's no charge for the movie, and there's no charge for the popcorn, and no registration is required. At 7 p.m. on Thursday, March 17th, the library will host an old-time radio show performed by Those Were the Days Radio Players West. The show features 2 Sherlock Holmes short stories, The Speckled Band and A Scandal in Bohemia, which include the 1945 original radio scripts, sound effects, and music. Please register for this program online or by calling the reference desk. On behalf of the library, I would like to thank the Friends of the Batavia Public Library for co-sponsoring One Book, One Batavia 2016, which has been featuring The Hound of the Baskervilles by Arthur Conan Doyle. We couldn't offer these wonderful programs free of charge without the help of our friends. The next Sundays on Stage program here at the library will be presented at 2 p.m. on Sunday, March 20th. The program is 2 for 1 Broadway. Matt and Cynthia Gruhl will perform 2 songs from 9 Broadway hit shows. That's 18 memorable songs. Please register for this dynamic show online or by calling the reference desk. Sundays on Stage is co-sponsored by the Batavia Public Library Foundation. Please save the date, April 10th, and plan to come to the Library Fair from 1 to 4 p.m. in the Founders Room. The Library Fair is our kickoff to National Library Week, which is April 10th through April 16th. We'll celebrate this year's theme, Libraries Transform, with displays, activities, and demonstrations. Staff from all of the library departments will be on hand to answer any questions you have. You'll also have the opportunity to meet library trustees and members of the Library Friends and Foundation. More information about the fair will be announced at the library and on the library website during the coming weeks. For more information on library programs for children, teens, and adults, visit the library website. I'm Michelle Martzell, and I hope to see you at the library.
Great news for Android users. Google is stepping up their game in a surprise unveiling of the new Android N on Thursday, March 10th. This new update features a split screen mode, improved battery life, and notifications. According to Google, the new split screen tool will allow a person to watch a YouTube video while opening up messages or responding to an email. For notifications, the Android N will allow you to respond to text messages without actually opening the Messages app. This is quite similar to the new notifications on the iPhone. Currently, Android includes a feature called Doze, which allows the phone to rest when the phone has been sitting on a table for quite some time. The new update is taking Doze to another level, allowing the phone to rest whenever the screen is off. The new update is scheduled to release on May 18th.
For the 3rd year in a row, Chip in Batavia has teamed up with Zano Salon and Spa in Batavia to provide free prom dresses to low-income and homeless students who cannot afford to purchase a dress on their own. Students from BHS and other surrounding high schools who are in need can visit their school guidance counselor to qualify and receive a coupon for a dress at no cost. And because there is such an extensive inventory of dresses at the Chipin Zano collection this year, the sale is open to all other students. Dresses will be either $25 or $50 depending on the dress. Chipin has more than 100 dresses of all colors, styles, and sizes. Many have only been worn once, and several still have price tags attached. The dress sale will be held at the Congregational Church of Batavia at 21 South Batavia Avenue. The hours are Thursday and Friday, April 14th and 15th, 3 to 7 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday, April 16th and 17th, 1 to 5 p.m. If you have a gently used prom dress to donate, you can drop it off at the Batavia Zano Salon and Spa Day location during business hours between March 14th and April 8th. For more information about this program, visit chipinbatavia.org.
What motivates a woman to walk for 1,000 days? Our last story comes all the way from Siberia to Australia. The woman, Sarah Marquis, completed the walk in 3 years with a total of 10,000 miles. Her 3-year journey took her from Siberia through the Gobi Desert, China, and Thailand, a total of 2 continents and 6 countries. Marquis then boarded a cargo ship that led her to Australia, where she ended her journey. Marquis is 43 years old and was born in Switzerland. She did this walk all by herself, and most of us are wondering why. Marquis replied, "It was a dream of mine. I want to understand nature and what I'm made of at a deeper level." For more information about her journey, you can check out her book, Wild by Nature.
That's all we have for today, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of It's News to Me. Most of our programming is viewable online at mybatv.com or on YouTube under the username BATV1017. Don't forget to like us on Facebook to stay up to date on our station's current happenings. Thanks again for watching. I'm Anna.
And I'm Magdalena.
And that's news to me.
Hey, that's news to me.